G'day, Jace here from Jet Solar. Today we're going to run through how to install the Powerwall 3 expansion pack onto an existing Powerwall 3. We're going to give you a nice, in-depth, detailed installation guide. And it doesn't matter if you're an installer, a homeowner, we're going to show you exactly how it's installed. Right, to ensure the site is safe, we've locked out all the electricals up here in the switchboard with a lock. We've pre-wired the area, made it look nice and neat so there's no conduits. Aesthetically, it's perfect. We've got all the solar panel cabling here on the right-hand side, and then on the left-hand side here, we've got all the AC cabling, which goes back into the house electricals. When we mount the Powerwall 3 bracket, we're mounting this for a floor-mounted system. So we worked out it's 290mm from the bottom screw lines to the ground. When installing the bracket, we must ensure that it's fixed to the timbers behind the wall. It can't be mounted directly to plaster. We also want to make sure that the bracket is level. Therefore, we place a level on top of the bracket and make sure the bubble is in the middle of the level. As you can see, we've installed 12mm of packers behind the bracket. That is to make up the difference of the skirting board. This will make sure the Powerwall is mounted flush to the skirting board. All right, so first off, to lift up the expansion pack, you need to put these two bars in. All right, so we wheel the trolley up to the unit. We lift the base underneath the trolley and lay this thing down horizontally. Now, the first thing, you want to ensure the base of the dolly is flush with the bottom of the Powerwall 3 unit. And the second thing we want to do is pull this latch here underneath the Powerwall 3 unit. And as you can see, the unit is now engaged to the horizontal bars holding the Powerwall 3. All right, now we're going to get the battery up. So we lift up the dolly, 2 people, simple as that. 1 person either side, and hand on the brake at the same time. So we want to make sure the cleats line up with the Powerwall. As you can see from the side there, just like mounting a TV to a wall, simply use the drill to lift the Powerwall up and the drill to push the Powerwall back down. So once the Powerwall 3 is on the bracket, we simply lift this little handle up on the dolly again and pull the unit away. Very simple, very easy, very safe. It's just the perfect tool for the job. All right, so now that the Powerwall 3 is securely fastened to the wall, we need to make sure this unit is level, because we are adding 2 units in front of this. So there is adjustable feet down the bottom of the unit, as you can see here. They're just on a thread, so you can use your multi-grips or a shifter to adjust them to make the unit level. All right, next thing, we have to put the fan cover on. So that's just a plastic little mold. It simply just slides in nice and easy and clips in. Like that. Now there's these 6 little grub screws that go in the outside of the unit. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you simply just screw them in, and then after that, we put the new bracket on. All right, we're going to start off by putting these screws in by hand first. So once we've put the screws in by hand, we get these shims. There's a label that says front on the front of the shim. We make sure we install these before we use the drill, so they just slide on, as you can see. All right, so the 4 shims are on. Now we just tighten them up with the drill to the recommended torque setting. And now we're ready for the next expansion unit. All right, so now that the second unit is connected to the first unit, we need to lift this little flap up in the rear of the dolly and take the dolly away. Okay, now that the second unit is attached to the first unit, we have to get them level. So simply place your level on the front lip of both units. Go down to the adjustable feet with your shifter and adjust them accordingly. Okay, the second Powerwall 3 expansion kit is on, it's level. Now we need to repeat the steps we did with the first one by putting the fan cover on first. We're going to put our 6 weatherproof plugs in, which just push in on the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to put the bracket on again like we did in the first step by hand tightening the screws first, putting our shims on, and then we're going to do it up with a drill. Okay, so the final piece of the puzzle now is the Powerwall 3 leader unit. That's the one with the inverter on it. That's the one with all the cabling going into it. We've just got to mount that now. All right, so the Powerwall 3 leader is now mounted to the existing units. Now we have to level them up again like we did in the first and second step, and then also adjust the feet, and we're ready to terminate. All right, the final thing to do now is to terminate the cables into the leader unit here. So as I said before, we've got our solar panel cables here, our DC cable in here, which terminates into the DC isolator here. And then on the left-hand side here, we've got the AC cabling, which goes back to the house switchboard. Just gets terminated into the AC terminals on the left-hand side here. All right, now that the unit's terminated with the AC and the DC, we have to put the glass cover on. Okay, all the hard work's done. Now this is the easy bit. The best thing about the expansion pack is the plug and play. So effectively, we get these pre-terminated cables from Tesla. They come in 0.5 metre, 2 metre and 4 metre lengths, and we simply plug one into the other. So the first thing we do is we undo the terminal on the side here. All right, thanks for joining us. Now you should have a good insight on how the Powerwall 3 and the expansion pack's installed, how it works, the benefits. So if you want a quote, head to jetsolar.com.au.